Hello everyone and welcome to our amazing podcast session where today we'll be getting to know about the interview process from our two students of Department of MCA. So we'll be having a conversation of how they got placed in Oracle. Hello everyone and welcome to the session. So as I have said, we have our two students from the Department of MCA who have gone through interview session and have successfully placed in the company called as Oracle. So we all welcome them. And here we have Shrikara, one of the candidate. So I would like to say congratulations on being placed.
Thank you.
So before we start the session, so may I know what role was the Oracle job role?
Analyst, software analyst.
Okay, so could you tell us about the interview process that was held?
Yeah. First, we had a written exam, aptitude exam.
Okay.
In that, we had aptitude questions and all the MCQs and two coding questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, after evaluating that, we had a technical round. Like first in the technical round, we have one written exam that is also a coding question. We have to write it in a paper. Then in the interview, they will take that paper and they will ask the questions about that whatever we have written code. And then all the projects and technical round.
Okay.
After that, we had after that clearing that round, we had an HR round, and then.
Okay, since you suggested all the rounds, so can you say about the first round that was aptitude round? What sort of questions were given?
Yeah, in the aptitude, aptitude questions that we saw, and
Was it related to maths or did it have English or did it have?
it contains all the fields like computer field and math problems, all the things,
Okay.
and coding questions.
Okay. So how was it with the technical round? What kind of experience did you get it? So how did you prepare it before attending the interview?
Yeah, I have not prepared specific for that Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever I know, the knowledge I have, it will help me to clear the rounds.
Okay. We got to know about the interview process. So can you say what were they about in specific and in detail?
Yeah, first in the written test, we had questions.
Okay.
One coding question.
Okay.
We have to solve it, and then they will ask the question, how did you solve it?
Okay.
We have to explain them what the approach we take.
Okay.
And they ask how could you optimize it like that.
Okay.
After that, they will go to the projects what we had done. They ask some questions, the questions related to projects.
Okay.
And then whatever we put in the resume, they will ask everything on it.
Okay. So may I know what kind of projects were there in your resume?
Yeah, one project is about Spring Boot, Java Spring Boot. I did it in second sem. And they ask questions about that, like what is Spring Boot and why you use it, all the questions.
Okay.
And how did you manage the project, like what you did in the project,
Okay.
all the questions.
So other than the projects, what do you think that gives the weightage for the resume?
Yeah, extra thing that I know is trending technology, I can say is blockchain technology.
Okay.
Yeah, I did learn about that.
Okay.
So, and I had a course in certificate course about that blockchain.
Okay.
When the interview saw it, he asked me a lot of questions on that.
So based on what you express yourself, like the projects, the skills and the certifications, so based on that, the interviewer is going to ask you questions.
Yeah, whatever we had in the resume, they will ask all the questions about that.
Okay. So I would like to know how was the HR round. So what kind of behavioral questions did they ask?
Yeah, in the HR round, first what he asked is uh, describe yourself in just 3 words.
Okay.
Only 3 words.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you express yourself?
Yeah, first I said hardworking and technology enthusiastic
Okay.
and honest.
Honesty. So it was hardworking, technology enthusiastic, and honesty. So the third question is that during the HR session, so was there any particular moment where you had no idea what to answer and you were blank?
Yeah, he also asked the Oracle. They had a separate module in the Spring Boot.
Okay.
Yeah, he asked about that. Did you use that or you know that? So I said no, I don't know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this whole session, so we had gone through all ups and downs from the first round,
Yeah.
from aptitude to the interview to the HR. So can you suggest one tip for the anyone who is aiming for the dream job that they're going to for?
For suggestion, I can say you have to keep learning. That's it. And whatever you put in resume, you just have to know it. At least you are able to answer it. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to certification courses, so is it like one person has to go through it because of the interest or because of the trending technology?
Yeah, certification is good for they have weightage in resumes. They can make you stand out.
Okay, so while doing a certification course, so should a person should focus on theoretical aspects or practical aspects?
Both, like they have to answer. They are able to answer all the questions. They have to gain the knowledge of it. Just simply for simply don't do that thing for the putting resume. It's a waste. So they have to understand what it is.
Okay, so whatever you put in your resume
Yeah.
will be the questions that the interview will ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you suggest one most important tip that could help anyone, such as like think as a man beginner, I don't know anything and I want to get placed in my dream job. So the thing is, I don't know where to start. So what would you suggest me to go through?
First, you have to learn like fundamental concepts of programming language,
Okay.
and then you have to practice some questions, problems related. Yeah. Then, like you have to master it.
Okay. So since you had said that in the interview round they had given you a question to solve,
Yeah.
so may I know what was the question about?
Yeah. Question is they have given an array. It is an array and an target element.
Okay.
So I have to find 3 elements in that array, such that the sum of the 3 elements is equal to that target.
Okay. Okay. So was it easy to solve for you?
Yeah, it was.
So may I know why was it easy? So since you said that you were daily practicing on lead code, so when I am a beginner and I want to learn, so what would you suggest to start from in the lead code?
Yeah, you have to first you can start with the arrays or strings. You can filter it with the easy questions.
Okay.
First start just try to solve one question.
Okay.
If not possible by you, check the answer and what they have done. Try all the different answers.
Okay. Since you said to start from arrays and strings, so if I don't know the concepts about, so I would usually go to YouTube and check.
Yeah.
So is there any kind of YouTube channel that you follow or you go through to study the concepts about?
Yeah. For like one is Jenny's lecture.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good about DSA.
Okay.
She will taught DS in the C language, so you get a core concept about that.
Okay.
And that's it, Mamta.
Okay. Thank you for your advice, and I think whatever you had said will greatly help us with for the upcoming interviews that we are gonna face. I once again thank everyone for listening to this session. So questions, okay. Now let us start with the questionnaire session with the juniors. So since they are also eager to know how did you crack the oracle, what kind of concepts were to be looked after and you focused on. So why don't we have a session with the juniors and our so would do anyone has a question?
In HR round, other than three words to describe, other than that, any specific questions they have asked?
Yeah, he asked about some family background, and he asked what is the most irritating thing to you. Then he asked like that some of the questions.
What irritating? How did you answer that?
Yeah, for that I said like I don't have that kind of thing. Then he gave an example like if you are staying in hostel or PG, if your roommate doesn't off the lights in the night or he's not collaborating with you, so what will you do at that situations? Yeah, that kind of questions.
And aptitude, was it MCQ with technical as well as numerical?
Yeah.
So technical was, were they giving you code and?
Yeah, code snippets and we have to guess the outputs.
And in which language they were mostly?
Yeah, C, Java. Yeah.
Any Unix operating system, networking questions in that aptitude?
Yeah,
They asked
they have asked a little bit about that.
about those topics.
yeah.
They have asked.
So if you are preparing, like you have to look at all those things, have a glance idea about all the things.
Does anyone have a question to ask? Please feel free to ask. Okay. So at last, how did NMMIT help you to achieve your placements?
When I joined NIT, I know there are a lot of opportunities for us.
Okay.
So placement department will help us to they bring a lot of companies for us. I would thank placement department and our MCA department, and I would like to thank all the lecturers we had in MCA department.
Okay. So thank you for sharing your and expressing your emotions to us.
Yeah, thank you.
So as we all know, we have come to the end of the video. I hope this podcast session has helped you to knowing about the interview process that was shared by our students of the MCA department, Shrikara and Shahiz. So I hope we got to know a lot about what we are going to face, how is it gonna be like, and what and all do we need to prepare. So other than this, I would thank you all for watching this podcast. See you soon. Thank you.